Into a sad one now, senior citizen and retired diplomat Asante has died. The family of the 93-year-old statesman confirmed his passing earlier today and have since deposited his remains at the morgue. JoyNews Joseph Akable visited the residence of the late diplomat and reports his relatives have started setting up the place in anticipation of receiving hundreds who will be calling on the family. We'll bring you that shortly. But first, let's hear a profile of Dr. Asante.
Born on March 1, 1924, Asante was the secretary to Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and served under a number of heads of states in Ghana. He also served as the principal secretary at African Affairs Secretariat from 1960 to 1966. Mr. Asante was Ghana's ambassador to Switzerland and the United Nations offices in Geneva and the UN establishment in Vienna. He also served as the ambassador to Belgium, Luxembourg, and the European Economic Community from 1976 to 1978. Asante retired from civil service in 1978 to form the Social Democratic Front to contest the 1979 election, where his party won 3 parliamentary seats in that election. Mr. Asante became the Secretary for Trade and Tourism in the Provisional National Defense Council, PNDC administration in 1982, and later Secretary for Education and Culture from 1986 to 1990. Asante attended Achimota School, where he later taught mathematics from 1945 to 1948, before proceeding to Durham University in Britain, where he obtained a BSc Mathematics in 1952. Mr. Asante also became a member of the Institute of Statisticians in 1953, before again returning to Achimota College, where he continued teaching mathematics from 1953 to 1955. May his soul rest in peace.
At his residence, JoyNews Joseph Akable reports relatives are in a state of shock.
From members indicate that the late diplomat passed on while in his sleep. It happened in the early hours of Monday, and at about 7:30 a.m. when some individuals went into his room to try and wake him, as they do each day, they realized that he had passed on. The second issue is that the family tells us that he has been unwell for some time but was receiving treatment, but unfortunately gave up the ghost, that is, on Monday morning. So what the family is doing at his residence here at Lies, that they are putting the necessary arrangements in place to ensure that the many people who will be coming over to commiserate with the family, there will be a place where they can sit and engage the family. So a canopy has been mounted right behind me to ensure that space is provided for that individual. The family say that it's still early days and they are trying to put their thoughts together and inform all relevant stakeholders within the family about the demise, and once that is done, they will engage the public at large generally. For JoyNews, Joseph Akable.